I think you're meant to sit on this thing. Hi, everybody. Ridiculous. All right, anyway, I'm down by the Flatiron Building. There it is, still enshrouded. Yet again, let's go sit on something more comfortable. Yet again, down here to see my allergist, but this time not just to get my monthly shots, this time to see my allergist and demand answers. As I've told you countless times, I take and do so many things for my allergies, and yet this entire spring into summer has been a week of okay, a week of not okay, a week and a half of okay, 2 weeks of awful, and this last week, I mean, if you've been listening, my throat's been really groggy because not only my sinuses the last week plus, it went into my lungs where I've been trying to cough up concrete and rubber cement and have strained my voice in the doing of trying to just get it out. So I was like, I need to see my allergist again and discuss what all that we're doing is not enough. What can we do? Now here's the thing, I love my allergist. He, his wife, his 2 daughters are Broadway fans. So we get talking about Broadway and distracted from the allergy situation. Last time I saw him, I paid a $50 copay to say, yeah, I'm good, I'm fine. And we never once discussed what's going on with my allergies. And that was one of those required follow-ups, but I should have at the time been more vociferous. I wasn't. So today, as the first thing he said was, what do you think of Tony's? I was like, you are not distracting me this time, until we discussed my allergies. So he just gave me an oral steroid and a thing. We're gonna up my doses of this and of that. So okay, we're gonna get some solutions. And then we discussed Broadway and all that other bullshit. So yesterday's video, God, I've been kind of doing hi. Oh, he's cute. I've been kind of doing a video of the day right now because I got a lot to say. Tony Awards. There was something else about the Tony Awards I wanted to tell you all. Yes, I think I probably have brought this up in the past. Now, as you all, anybody that follows the channel knows, I am sober. I'm sober 21 and a half years. Actually, yesterday, 2 days ago, was my literal 21 and a half year sober anniversary. So I couldn't be more grateful for that. For me, I go to Alcoholics Anonymous. I do not speak for Alcoholics Anonymous, but for me, that has been the thing that has changed my life and is working every day. I do the work to stay sober through the help of that program and the people in that program. That's for me. So we talk about, and I know now for a fact for myself, addiction is not about, ultimately it's not, for me, it's not about the drugs or the alcohol. It is about deep wiring, head to toe, that has always been wiring from birth, that says, I want that thing over there, I want that thing over there, I want that thing over there, and doesn't have boundaries. As in, I want a cookie. A cookie's not a thing. I want 7 cookies, I want the sleeve of cookies, I want all the cookies. I want to obsessively binge watch television. I want more of this, I want more of this. If something feels good, I want more of it. That is my wiring. I do not believe that will ever change, but now I have the tools to see it clearly, to kind of keep boundaries for myself on. As I love to say, I have 5 garbage cans and 4 lids. The 5th lid is incoming. So it is my job to keep track of where my lids are on my cans, so that if a can starts to stink, get a lid on that can, talk to somebody about that, over shopping, over gossip. Oh, that's the new martini for Billy, you know that. So that said, from very early on, I believed, having watched the Tony Awards, if I had that prize, I would be someone. I would have worth. I would have meaning. That outside thing would prove my worth. I also knew it would be a weapon, because I'm afraid of people getting too close, or I was before I got sober, afraid of people getting too close to see there's a problem, because I knew there was. So for me, that was also a weapon of, don't you know who I am? Stay back. Don't fuck with me. I've got this prize. I knew that. So I always say, you know the game of Operation? Remember that game with like the body that has all the little parts that you have to like take out with the tweezers, like, you know, butterflies in the stomach, wrenched ankle. I believe that we talk about a God-sized hole that we tried to fill with drugs and alcohol and other things. I believe that the God-sized hole in me is the size and shape of a Tony Award right in my midsection. And if you just put that prize in there, everything would be great. Well, and I know I've explained this before in many videos, I have had the privilege of seeing up close in my industry for many years now what the Tony Awards actually are. the good, the bad, and the ugly of my industry and the show business and the business of the Tonys. And I've been able to witness people's journey from not being nominated to being nominated to the slog to the finish line through it with all the honors and everything and the exhaustion that goes with it, and then the I got the prize, I didn't get the prize, and the next day having to show up and do the show 8 times a week anyway. Either way, I've been able to witness all of that, and it's been a real joy in my life. And again, this season with Jack Malone and our show, to see the process play itself out and for us have a very happy outcome, an ecstatic outcome, has been interesting. But it is my perspective on what I thought the Tonys were, what I thought it would be, what I thought I needed it to be for me personally, is not as it has turned out. And as I've said many times too, having my name called out 2 years ago at the Tonys, being thanked by my actor Brandon Uranowitz at that time, that is all I will ever need from the Tony Awards. What a thrill. I mean, okay, given my druthers, given my dream, do I want one of my solo shows to move in a freak season to a small Broadway house and become a runaway sensation and I win a Tony? Yes, I do. And if that never happens, that's also fine. Do I really think that's going to happen? Very unlikely. But I will say, spoiler, I'm starting to inch around, working around how do I get Prince Charming You're Late, my second solo show, which I still believe deserves much more of an audience and a run than it ever got. I'm going to work around how do I get this thing up and produced. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but I'm working on it. So, and when that happens, I don't want to hear any else say, oh, stream it so I can sit on my couch. Get your ass to New York. If I make this happen, if I go through all the hoops to get it on the stage, you get your ass on a plane. Love you.